Hello there, I'm Lilicorn, and today I remembered that I have a YouTube channel. So in this video, I wanted to go over my first, not 1, but 2 years in artfight, as I've approached them quite differently. I also want to go over some future project plans I have for this channel and for my OCs, of course. This is my first time making a video like this, and as you could hear, I do not have a microphone, and that's going to be the case for a very long time, so hopefully it's still enjoyable enough for you to watch as you draw or while you're reading or something. Overall, this is going to be a huge yapathon. Flashy speed paint in the background. Oh yeah. Flash warning for the speed paints, as well as for my other socials. Ooh, that was a smooth transition. You should totally hashtag subscribe for that one. It's April 2025, I'm scrolling to YouTube as per usual, and then I see this thing called artfight that just keeps popping up in my recommended, and I'm like, okay, what the hell is artfight? Do we like go to war with people? Do we draw like fights? Or I keep like getting annoyed by the fact that I just keep getting it recommended. I'm like, you know what, let's just click on it, and I'm like, holy shit, but that's a cool ass event. And then I go to the website and everything, and from then on is just a whole lot of shebang. So we could clearly say that I've been preparing since April of 2025 for the 2025 event. Yeah, nice. Good job, me. I remember being really afraid to upload a decent amount of my OCs because I was afraid to just like show them to the world, I guess. So what I did for the first year is that I uploaded my bug OCs. I even made a third one just for this event, and then I uploaded my Sona. And in order to find some Brawl Stars fans, I made a self-insert. I kind of just kept making new OCs because I was afraid to show off my actual lineup. Till this day, I don't know what was I exactly scared of, but either way, that's how I did the first year. It was an extremely chill era in my life. There was really nothing going on in school, and I was even able to do most of my prep in my sketchbook and on the school computers. That was up until the month of June, which is when I found out about UNYL. And the very last day before the event, I found out about Character Hub, and I was like, okay, wait, we need to upload my characters over here as well, because I can add more images, and professionals probably do this, so I might as well do it myself. And I'm like, okay, we're just gonna speed run. Thankfully, UNYL was very easy to do. Character Hub, not so much, but I was still able to finish it on that day. Till this day, I just don't like Character Hub. Bit of a side tangent, yeah. Well, I was really confident going into the event. I didn't feel burnout, I didn't feel migraines or whatever. I was honestly doing really well. Retrospectively though, I do believe my OC lineup was a bit whack, especially from the humanoid side, because what I did for my references is I just drew one single A-pose body, right? And then I used that for every single one of my humanoid OCs, which obviously resulted in a same body type syndrome, which is really bad because one of them is supposed to be overweight, and that obviously wasn't visible. I don't know how I thought that was okay, like, girl, that is not plus sized at all. However, let's just start the fight. It's July 2nd for me because time zones suck, and for me the fight started at 8 p.m. and why would I draw anything at 8 p.m? But either way, I was like, okay, the month is 31 days, we can definitely do 31 attacks, like one each day. That's easy as fuck. And I didn't even consider the fact that I had a vacation, like a 1-week vacation right in the middle of fucking July. I was like, yeah, no, we could still do that. Who cares about the vacation? The grind must go up. We can't stop the artfight grind. And since I was really determined to reach my goals, I was super fucking locked in. And I ended up doing 41 attacks in the end. I also had like a huge variety in attacks. I did traditional attacks, I did like little animations, I did longer ones, I did meme attacks as well, and I drew humanoids, I drew creatures, I drew furries, I drew pretty much anything I could lay my little hands on. On that year, what I did specifically is that I went through my following list and pretty pretty much everyone that followed me, I attacked them as a thank you. Most of the times I was the one attacking first, and then I got the revenges back, which is how we ended up with a 67% ratio. Back then 67 wasn't funny, and I was really happy with that ratio. But obviously with the grind comes some downsides. For example, I did indeed do attacks during that fucking vacation, but even then I wasn't able to do an attack every single day, which ended up me doing 2 or more attacks on some select days. I usually did 2 attacks maximum. There was one day where I did 3, but 2 of those were meme attacks. That's like nothing. And then I just remember my parents being really concerned about me and my health. But I was like, no, mom, you need to understand, we need to do the artfight grind. I also remember getting wrist pain in like the middle of the month, but I didn't care. The wrist pain mainly hit me like when the event ended. Like, you know how the adrenaline like kind of goes out of your body and then all the pain hits you? It was kind of like that. Either way, I was really proud of my first year and I was really looking forward to the next one. I honestly couldn't even wait for the next one. But I saw the Discord announcement that they're going to put the site on read-only until November 1st. They're doing that this year as well. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's like a moderation thing. And so I was like, okay, well, preparing doesn't make sense for me to do because I literally cannot upload my progress onto artfight until November. So why not start preparing next year for the next year? It's only logical for me to do that, right? 2025 gave me so much confidence in showing my art, and so ever since then I've been doing monthly or bi-monthly recaps of my sketchbook on TikTok, so you should totally follow my TikTok. Let's start the preparation in January. So I revamped my Suna's ref sheet. Even decided to make a separate panel for her outfits because it just makes more sense in my head for me to look at the 2 versions of my Suna as outfits. And the second half of school starts, and then literally everything starts to go wrong. For context, this is my high school graduation year. Obviously, a lot of teachers know that in March and April we gotta start preparing for the graduation in May. And so everyone started hitting me with tests in February. It was probably the busiest February ever. And then I realized that, wait, maybe I should start preparing for the graduation. And that's exactly where my March and April went. And we're in May, I finished my written exam, and I'm like, okay, we need to prepare for the verbal one now. And then it's June, I finished my verbal exam, and I'm like, okay, wait, our fight is in 3 weeks. Yeah, most of the prep I did this year was in June, and it was hectic. I didn't even have time to promote myself or to even bookmark characters. I like saw people following me again. I was like, okay, well, do I really just attack my followers again? Is that the right way to do our fight? So yeah, we're low-key fried. And you know what else happened? The HTML update! Yeah! No, like jokes aside, the HTML editor is like a blessing compared to the BB code one. Not to mention the fact that they allowed Bootstrap for the HTML editor. Like that literally gives you everything you need to like work with. And so after I was done with the reference sheets, I went full steam on the character profiles. Since I already had prior HTML and Bootstrap knowledge, this wasn't as hard for me, but I can definitely see why it can be difficult for someone else to even edit these pre-made toy house codes to then make these almost website-like profiles. So this strength is definitely something I can use to elevate my little characters. Anyway, I did like toggleable tabs, I did like page doors for the thingy, and I did like different colored layouts for every single one of my OCs. Little did you know, there's about 4 days left until the event starts, and I'm only now starting to bookmark people and plan out my attacks for this year. Also, this is around the time when like the heat phase in Europe started happening. Like people were expecting this to be a tough July just based on the weather alone. But I personally didn't care. I was like, you know what? We can't stop the R5 grind. And so the month begins. It is day 3 of the month and I'm burnt out. because of the heat and also my monthly problems. I love being a woman so much. We're finally doing attacks. Actually, no, we're not. We're not doing attacks. I'm tired of shit. I have the worst migraines of my life, and I'm at some of my lowest mentally. No clue how any of that happened. Literally all of the stars in the sky aligned in a way where I just cannot fucking function. The only thing I can do is eat, doom scroll, and sleep. I tried stopping the doom scroll. I tried drawing, and then I fell asleep. This is literally the only month where I can do this thing. I cannot start resting in July, like come on. But then I kind of just realized that, okay, maybe resting is the right decision. Maybe letting my body rest is going to help me lock in for the next 3 weeks. And then week 2, I tell myself the same thing. And then week 3, I'm on the vacation again. And low-key, that vacation was the push that I needed. And so on the last week, I genuinely #logged the F in. And I even got a surge of motivation in like the last 2 days of the fight. Last 2 days. That isn't even July for me anymore. That's August because of the time zones. And now I'm just here recording this video, and like honestly, when I first started writing the script, I was like, okay, no, this year was so bad. I'm literally going to kill myself. It was so bad. And then the last 2, 3, 4 days of the event happened. I'm like really happy. I had like this huge motivation. And I'm just like, woo, 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 attack this, attack that. Come on, woo, woo, animate this one, maybe. Yeah, sure, let's just animate that one. Come on. Ooh, might as well attack my friend who was gone for the entire month as well. Ooh. Yeah, might as well cheer them up with this attack. Boom! And then guess what? That same friend attacked me back 48 seconds before the event ended. Like, oh my gosh! So obviously this year I did less attacks. My goal was, I was like, okay, maybe not like an attack every single day. Maybe we could do like 20 or 25. And so I ended up doing 17, which is honestly, my brain kind of considers this as a fail, but now that I think about it, compared to the 20 I planned, that's not bad. Like, that's almost it. That's like 85% of it. That's really good. I also just had way less variety in my attacks since I tried to optimize my digital drawing process as much as possible, because I just knew that this year I'm just not going to have the energy for it. I mean, that's already a very bad mindset to have, but I might as well like roll with it at this point. I can care about my mental health later. Like I said, we cannot stop the artfight grind. Yeah, I might as well just try to make sure I draw these attacks as fast as possible. And yeah, and then I ended up taking about 3 hours with every single attack, if not 4. This also means that I didn't do traditional attacks, and I didn't really do like animated attacks. And even if I did, I just made them like bounce a little bit, just like a little bit of a breathing, like I don't even know how to explain it. It's like a little breathing gif animation. Another thing that I had an issue with this year was the fact that I barely even got thank you replies back. And I saw other people in like other YouTubers' videos talking about this. Like, why did you just stop caring about drawings that you received for free? Like, you literally get, like, you get a gift for your birthday. You really just staying there and staring into their soul and saying nothing. Like, that's not what you do, girl. You literally got a gift for free from a stranger, mind you. And you're just going to be like,
yeah, I don't like that. I'm just gonna ignore it.
Obviously, people can be busy, and I did get my thank you replies in about 2 to 3 business days, but it did take a bit of shipping time, I guess. For a few of my attacks, I still haven't even gotten a reply. I don't even know if they saw it, I'll be honest. And to be fair, one of the people I attacked is like Like, I saw their profile, they were swarmed with defenses this year. I genuinely feel so bad for them because they were only able to dish out 6 attacks and that was also like the first week of the fight, and then they genuinely were like, okay, no, fuck this shit, we are logging the fuck off, I cannot do this. Like, I genuinely feel so bad for them. So then, what did we learn? What's the right way to do odd fights? Should you grind out attacks no matter what, or should you just let yourself chill and then wait for the motivation to surge in? And the answer is most likely the latter, but it's personal preference. Wow! For me, it's a bit hard to tell whether I'm taking art fight too seriously or if I'm just the type of person that needs some sort of challenge to like stimulate themselves, I guess. Reading comment sections under these art fight retrospective videos has definitely made me feel a bit bad. Like, it did low-key make me feel like I'm a horrible person. I do feel like I've been taking art fight a little bit too seriously, and that I'm mainly doing this because my main motivation for the previous 2 years was to receive art rather than to give people art. Now, the latter is probably the most awful mindset you can have when going into art fight, and I really want to change myself for the better. You could even say I'm repenting my sins. Yeah, I am really sorry. Yeah, another thing I low-key gotta change on is to read the lore more thoroughly and implement that a bit more into my attacks, because sometimes I do feel like my art is a bit soulless, thanks to me not paying too much attention to their personality. Yet again, this is something I'm working on and something I definitely want to change for the next year. But is there any sort of positive thing from the previous 2 years that I can still capitalize on and keep in my art fight experience in 2027? What I can definitely tell you is that the fight itself felt a lot more rewarding and fun in 2025. It's another thing that my preparation was really messy, and I do feel like I could have promoted myself better. That's an issue I had this year as well. So the thing is, I'm like super afraid to promote myself because I keep seeing people, and even like niche art YouTubers, being like, oh my god, you absolutely destroyed me with revenges this year and I literally couldn't attack all of you back and I'm so sorry. Girl, I would not survive leaving out a revenge. Like, my policy is that I revenge everyone no matter what the fuck happens. I would not survive if I had like a large following, which is also why I just don't really want a large following, which is why I'm going to keep this shitty mic and my shitty setup and everything. Okay, that was a bit of a side tangent, sorry. Okay, as for 2026, I would say I was a lot more mindful about my preparation and also about myself and my body. I low-key focused more on myself and the fact that I didn't want to be more tired than what I already was. I can safely say that the results I had in 26 did not live up to my expectations, and thanks to that, I'm a little bit disappointed, mainly in myself. But I do believe that everything happens for a reason, and that I needed this bit of a hiccup in my life in order to understand myself more and discover my flaws and to become a responsible adult. Only issue is I'm already an adult now and I don't know what to do. Anyways, I wouldn't say my 26 was terrible. Sure, it was slow at the beginning, but the last week was awesome, so yeah, I wouldn't say it's as terrible as some other YouTubers like to clickbait you. I'm not gonna be that type of guy. Or actually, I don't know what title I'm gonna give this video yet. Either way, I think that's about it for the artfight retrospective section. Apologies if my points were a bit messy. Like I said, this is my first time recording something like this, and halfway through I realized that my script isn't worth shit and it's bad, and I was even more negative about myself than I probably should be. So yeah, it's thanks to that. As we're approaching the end of the video, I would like to chat about what I want to do next with my little children and what I want to do next with this channel in particular. So first of all, what I definitely have to do is to update my unveil. This year, one thing I forgot to say is that this year I didn't even touch my character hub or my unveil before the fight, which is really bad. You shouldn't do that because external links are there to make sure you have extra info about your OCs. So yeah, that didn't happen. I mainly use my Milanote for that. Either way, once I'm done with updating my unveils, I want to at least draw every single one of my OCs once. So like there's like at least one visual depiction of said fucking OC. I want to make a chibi headshot and a full body of every OC I have. Yes, there are OCs that I still haven't drawn whatsoever. And guess what? I still have OCs with no names and no design. Like, I just know that said OC is in the story somewhere, like as a side character or as like NPC. Like, it's there. I just don't know anything else about them yet. And so I want to clear that out, hopefully before September or like before the school starts. Another thing I want to do, once those OCs are done and once I'm like, okay, I can talk about every OC for about a minute at least, I want to do an OC introduction series. Yes, it's a series because I have way too many OCs. I think I have more than 40. And another reason why I want to make it into a series is because a lot of these OCs are in completely separate worlds. And I just feel like it makes a lot more sense for me to talk about the separate worlds in separate videos. To me, it's just a lot more organized that way. As like a brief spoiler as to what's to come. Okay, but then if I ever do this fucking series, even then I do feel like the series is going to have a lot of like huge gaps in between it. Like you will have to wait several months for the next episode. Because like I don't think I'll be able to record consistently or edit videos consistently, especially when school's around. And I like to lock in for school. I feel like school is one of the very few things I'm good at, besides, you know, drawing. So if I ever do this series, or if I keep procrastinating, you know, then I'll definitely want to do another animation meme. As you can see, there's already one on my channel, and there is 2 other ones on my TikTok. They're more like trends. I have my ideas, okay? I have my ideas, and I have a lot of audios and like animation memes that I could do. Especially edgy ones, which are really good for my edgy world. Only issue is I don't want to animate my edgy world only. I would love to find more whimsical or at least cunty audios because I really want to animate my other OCs as well. Of course I would love to. I don't want to leave anyone alone. Okay, I want to make sure everyone gets about the same treatment as the other. So yeah, I think that's about all that I have to say. I really hope someone enjoyed this video, and I really hope it was you, specifically. I don't think I'll do a long form video like this again. I think the next video will mostly be one of the sad animation memes, or maybe even the OC series, fuck knows. So yeah, again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in a few months, I think.